been going recently. They are looking to build, and it comes one map at a time. The first of which in this series will be Inferno.
Let's see if their map pick can come through for them. They're starting on the T side. And EG will get a P250 dropped over to Breezy. I know he can be a beast in pistol rounds. See if he can do it here for them. Hobbit spotting out some info on Banana. But it will be EG coming back towards the A side of the map. And still a solid setup here from Cloud9. It's a pretty standard setup for them to start things off.
Shoutouts to a man like Chev on the 1s and 2s here, observing for us.
He also celebrated with G2. It's close with him. Had a lovely time at Katowice.
I would love to see some improvement from EG. And that's going to be at someone's cost. Cloud9's cost would be pretty bad in the grand scheme of things, but let's see. No bias, though, in this one. nafany trying to hold things down as best he can, but took a big headshot, and that's going to compromise the positions for Cloud9 now, as we see HexT in the pit position. Smokes are up. Buster, Shiro, and Hobbit remain. Julie's in the hands of Shiro. Sure, we'll see some more ping from him later on, but for now, he's got to focus on these pistols. Got to find a way back into this round. Walking into a number of EG players who will start to emerge at his weakest moment when he has no cover. Nealon Curious, though, taking some damage, but they've wasted enough time. At this point, Cloud9 are just going to hold on to their Kevlar, because without a kit, they're not going to be defusing this bomb anytime soon. Going for the frag, patient with the Julies.
And they dead.
Yeah, they are going to get smoked. Such an awkward scenario. You can't really win the round at that point, Cloud9. Your armor's 650, a kill's 300. What do you do?
Yeah, it's always a bit awkward at the end of the pistols like that. But unfortunately for EG, they don't get to keep anything. HexT, though, what a pistol from him. He got a quad kill in that one. Always nice to see. I think it's always the lesser experienced players that are going to struggle when the pressure's on like this. It's those players I feel really bad for, guys like HexT and Wiz, who are coming into a team, their first chance really at tier 1, and you just get all this pressure on you straight away. So it's really nice to see HexT get off to a good start, and he's someone who can definitely talk some smack as well, which is always exciting. Hobbit's on the CZ now. I was only really seeing Hunter on the CZ. But nice to see him whip it out in this one. And this full spy from Cloud9 can definitely still be dangerous. Gonna drop back to the bomb sites. Let EG set up some plays. Banana control has been taken. They're just slowly extending across the map here. It looks like EG are going to group more heavily towards A, and as it stands, that looks like the right read. If Automatic were to investigate into B, he might feel like it's a bit clear, but I don't know if they'll call to go back. It looks like they are pretty committed up A long, and that opener will definitely... Oh my god, nafany, okay. Just jumping around the corner with the 5-7, why not?
In the mid-air. Well, they've lost position towards A. I don't think this is worth going for, because bearing in mind it's a 4-spy, they could just go again in the next round, and they'll do exactly that. EG off to a good start then. They've got some work to do in a number of different ways, honestly. Looking at this as a brand and the heights we used to have for Evil Geniuses, what that name meant has definitely gone missing of late. And you know, I think that some of the criticism has been in having a team, but not necessarily being invested in the results of that team. And I think that's part of the criticism that we have seen. There's definitely building to do. That's true of their female team as well as the team we see in front of us. But we've seen some comments from the players, coaches involved in the team that they are working hard, and over time the results should come. Just a distraction above that layer that needs to be sorted out. But 2-0 versus Cloud9, it's a good start. Again, this is essentially 4-spy territory with the 4 players that have saved for Cloud9. So this will still be a test for Evil Geniuses.
Definitely. Need to make sure that you stay on top of things. Looks like nafany is not in the server right now, so we will get that sorted out. Chance to breathe. It's like HexT is having a good time, so is Nealon. Some smiles on their faces. Keeping that positive mentality going for EG. That's what we like to see. I think everyone's been liking what HexT has been bringing. He seems pretty positive to his teammates, and then he's also just always just yelling and getting excited when they're winning rounds. It's really nice to have someone like that on the squad, because you always hear about how Counter-Strike is such a mental game, right? Especially
Absolutely.
at this top level. It's just so important that you're confident enough to make plays at the right times.
Yeah, and looking at the wider North American scene as well, this is an important squad to have succeeding for the general rebuild of North America that is necessary in parts. I think with what's been going on in other games as well, to some degree in Exodus, and now we see a resurgence, we see a return, we see a focus on new opportunities. I think it's important that we see the right things happening with this squad in the server. Nice, always nice to see some young blood coming through as well. Always nice to see some black bars on the screens as well, I've got to say. I mean, let's not go as far as Halzak's resolution, but I love seeing these kind of old classic, especially on the young players as well. I'm so curious as to how they got to that scenario. If we do get some interviews, I'm sure we will get some interviews as this Pro League progresses, but I just want to see people with, I want it to be a prerequisite. Whoever's got the lowest resolution has to do the interview, so we can ask, especially if they're a youngster. Like, you know, you've got people playing on 1080p. How did you get to this black bar situation? How did you get to here?
There's definitely players who just switch up their resolution all the time. We all know those players. They have one bad game and they're like, all right, back to black bars, why not?
There was one, I will say, there was one player in North America, I'm not going to say who it was, who changed their resolution just before a match, and then were telling their in-game leader, oh, I don't know my lineups because I changed my resolution. Like, at the beginning of the match, I was laughing. Because I think it was in one of our Faceit studios that this happened. When they were practicing, it was hilarious to me. Very funny.
Very nice. Well, hey, hopefully that's not a problem here for EG. Automatic, able to spot nafany. Cloud9 trying that boost. Got spotted beforehand. There are a couple of kills, though. The rifle's on the right side of the map here for Cloud9 to make something happen. Shiro going up top and taking two more. This should not have been so convincing for Cloud9, but they're able to put their rifles in the right positions and activate at the right moments.
HexT has got to do a 1v3 with a MAC-10, 25 seconds on the clock, and a CZ as well. He knows he's walking into a trap already. The smoke grid will try to isolate the fights, but this is wasting so much time as well. Utter disaster onto this B bomb site. There we thought it would be pedestrian, but again, as we said, it was another force fight with those 4 saved weapons from the round prior. And here we are, an early round, an unexpected round that Cloud9 have been able to get on the scoreboard. And it is a good measure how you're able to cope with situations such as this. For sure, with that Galil really caused some problems. Those extra bullets in that Galil coming in handy for that spray through the barrels. Nice to have some early confidence for the man as well, who moves on to an AWP in round number 4.
I can't complain about that after how this one started for them. We saw that smoke just fading, giving Shiro that tiny little timing window to get the pick. Oh, nades back and forth here. Shiro taking damage down to half health. But Hobbit has pushed all the way down Banana. EG in the meanwhile looking more towards A right now. But with all that Banana control gathered, Cloud9 are surely telling their A players to be on high alert right now.
nafany playing around the arch position. Again, we've got to keep an eye on the nature of those smokes on long, as we saw in our first series today. Have some sneaky one-ways.
Oh.
Hobbit dancing. That's a big frag on automatic. Let's not forget how significant his name is in Counter-Strike, especially for North America. Deploying some more smokes towards that long position. 49 seconds on the clock. There's quite a fair amount of counter utility for Cloud9 to deal with, but Hobbit can't win the duel. Or actually, he will get the trade one way or another. Molotov to drop Breeze. Now, where did the remainder go? They've got HexT in the apartments and Neelan getting dropped on Banana. Now it seems there's a plan C as there's the entry, there's the trade, and now Wiz finds himself alone. Going to A didn't work, going to B didn't work, back to A again, lost his teammates. We can see the occasional pick from nafany will work very nicely indeed for that final kill. Cloud9 starting to get some even more confidence on their CT side of Inferno.
Yeah, and you see EG really trying to play sort of between the bomb sites there, but the problem is they never established banana control at any point in that round. They never took it back. They never tried to flash anyone off these angles, so that's just free for Shiro every single time. And that's where EG realized, oh, actually, we can't go back to B. We've got to just try and send it towards A, and it's just a little too easy for the CTs to lock it in at that point. EG getting a little lost in the mid-round that time.
Costly information to find out. Here's the Unicorn MP9. We were looking for that earlier. EG then.
He likes those sorts of skins. He's a bit of a weeb, man.
Oh, we have a few of those in Counter-Strike.
There's too many, honestly.
Man, some of these conversations that I've had.
I just don't engage. Because I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm like, yeah, I watched Spirited Away one time, so...
I will say I did speedrun Attack on Titan. But that is like, that. I think that's like a GOAT series, so if you are going to do it, at least let it be that. Now Launders is trying to get me into all kinds of stuff. That's how it starts.
Oh boy. I could see you being into anime. I could see.
Really?
Yeah, a little. I don't know, you got the Hello Kitty stuff going on, you know?
That's true, yeah. I do love me some Hello Kitty, but I've kind of blamed Fnatic to some degree for sending me a Hello Kitty jersey for that stuff. Although I did see, I could swear I one day saw a Yakuza boss who was wearing a Hello Kitty tracksuit, and I was like, that's so gangster.
That is balling.
Because they normally wear suits and so on, but he's just out here in a Hello Kitty tracksuit. I'm like, I need this energy. I think that's why.
That one man has had a big impact on your life.
I know.
Good to hear.
Yeah. Yeah, my sim racing car fully decked out in a Hello Kitty. I actually bought 100 Hello Kitty stickers to slightly sticker bomb one of my competition shotguns as well.
Ooh, very nice.
So yeah, it's getting out of hand. Well, we're into the buy rounds now after a very dry eco. Cloud9 now in the lead.
Oh, this is disrespect. Oh man, HexT is already tucking into the second mid apartments. Hobbit's pushing all the way down mid. Oh, I love this call from Cloud9, playing with pure confidence in this one.
It's a great challenge. We don't think you can deal with this. What is your response, EG? 4v4, minute 20. It has some favor to EG, but the CTs can be in so many different places, and that's going to be a problem. nafany's got plenty of info. He doesn't have info towards mid, so it leaves Buster in a somewhat awkward situation as he starts to fall back. But, I mean, this is a problem because EG will surely feel compelled to go and deal with wherever that CT is, and that will waste the entire round. They can't really do that.
What have you just done? Why has a smoke been dropped on the floor?
I need a replay of that later.
No.
Production.
Did it hit a teammate, or was it just an accidental right click? I don't know. I don't know if I want to know.
Sometimes it's better we don't. Sometimes the truth isn't good enough. That's what Batman says.
True. Sometimes it's better not to know. Well, EG, 30 seconds, grouped up towards A, and still one smoke left, so that can go up towards long. A single flash would be nice if they could use that, because this crossfire looks pretty solid. nafany will just stay tucked up above, and Buster from down below delivers what might be the final blow of this round. Automatic is stuck in a position where there is nothing more to do but try and borrow a book from this little bookshelf. Counter-terrorists win. He might get one. Carry it with him to the next round. Maybe it's a strap. Who knows? Yeah,
What
this is not
happened?
looking good.
What happened on Banana there? It was very strange. I mean, even if you put that smoke down in the wrong place, when you've got a CT that could be anywhere between T ramp and the A bomb site, I mean, there's no real ideal situation. There's often one option, more than one good option. Yeah, I don't even know what to say about that one. Automatic's going to have the Hero AK-47 in round number 7.
Ooh, yeah, go for it. Why not?
Waiting for the repick from Buster. That is great. That's a good advantage. Isolate the long player, allows them to collect a rifle. Now, they could consider just sending it, because we can see it's panic station for Cloud9 now. And Automatic continues. Knife out, though, and Shiro will punish him for his insolence. Some position loss. Axile still in the apartments, though. And the bomb site is surrounded. So they've got quite far, all things considered. 1 rifle and the remaining 2 players. Wiz with no armor has the AK. Neelan with the armor has a Glock, but sometimes situations are less than ideal. Who makes a play first? Wiz has a HE grenade as well, but really want him holding that AK. Spots one now, but Shiro will deal with him. Switched out for an AK to be more nimble as Neelan tries to clutch with the Glock now. Well, he's 1/3 of the way there! Hold on a second. This would be absurd. It's been a very expensive round, but Shiro will stop the nonsense just about.
Bloody hell, he made that close, didn't he? The Glock on the bomb site. I didn't even think he'd get the first kill because it's just so hard. You almost like have to double dink them normally. I think it was 1 dink and then just a big spam to the body. Second player was low, so it actually became somewhat close. And at least a good way to activate the AK, right? To make that round competitive. Nice that EG have still got some tricks up their sleeve for rounds like these. Shame that Automatic wasn't ready for the extra player, but can't be ready for everything. And now let's see if EG are a little more prepared for this gun round. 3 players on Banana early. That might just be more targets for the nade, though. Breezy, the player that takes the brunt of it this time. But at least Banana control has been taken cleanly.
You can see Shiro avoiding the pre-fire by hiding by the coffin. False sense of security, perhaps. Considering the lineup of the incendiary. Now we can see Hobbit has made his way towards B. And Cloud9 are playing so defensive on A. 1 minute on the clock. Counter grenades. EG have the positions to show some presence towards that B bomb site. Then head in towards A if that is the ultimate goal. They may just be here to serve grenades to this A bomb site. See Wiz is in the position to throw a smoke towards mini pit, I think. The flashes for top mid instead. Well, they start to press on. They don't see anything there, but the bomb now focused on the B bomb site. So will it be a wrap? Will they try to? You can see Hobbit holding things down there. 3 players now on this A bomb site as Hex tries to catch him. Big swing from Hobbit. And off he goes towards B. The wrap is on. It's down to Shiro and nafany. 22 seconds on the clock. Molotovs coming their way, but still the push is gradual from EG. The flashes will come. The flashes will go. Long gone are the flashes when the peak comes in. Automatic and Neelan instantly drops. 10 seconds to plant this bomb and Shiro through the smoke. The 5-7. Hex has no chance. I feel like the flashbang and the swing were quite disconnected there from EG, which probably didn't help them. But it is another round that Cloud9 will secure on B.
Yeah, a little awkward for them. Also, they execute into the B site and smoke CT themselves, which is obviously standard, but it means that the big flank from HexT can't come into play at all. He has to just push that smoke at the end of the round. And if there were 20 more seconds, that would be fine, because HexT could flank in and around fully and get in towards ruins. But he didn't really have the time to do that in this scenario. They wanted to take the site a little sooner because of that lack of time on the clock. Unfortunately, the coordination not there this time for EG. Cloud9 looking comfortable right now.
Yeah, the smokes on B seem to be a problem for Evil Geniuses, whether they land or not.
Yeah.
Have to really focus on the detail of those. Looking for their 3rd round now in this 9th round of the map so far. The kills are out once again in the hands of Automatic and Wiz. things looking pretty calm for Cloud9. I wonder if we're going to see another round where they are hyper-aggressive. Their Shiro's got over $10,000 in the bank. You have to declare that money if you travel with it. There's so much. Will there be a pot flash for HexT maybe? See, long has been taken. There'll be some counter grenades ready for the CTs. Not being thrown just yet, I don't think. So they've taken top mid, EG. Now, what is the next plan? You can see them looking towards Banana, where there are some retake grenades, some delay grenades, but HexT has made his way forward and caught Hobbit, which really compromises Long. Exile has to work now. Not sure if he saw two players, but the flashes are in, and so is Breeze with a second entry. Buster to trade, hiding behind the smoke quietly. And that buys time for the rotation. However, the rotation is being waited for. Neon's on Long. We can see Shiro making his way towards Library. That bomb can't get planted until Buster is dealt with, though. Reinforcements are here. Finally, he is traded. nafany's been dropped as well. Shiro in the 1v1 now. Where is Neelan? He traded his teammate. He has some information. Neelan trying to jump past the angle, but Shiro is so fast on the AWP.
Shiro just unstoppable right now. 14-1. Impact in the last couple of rounds now that he's had that AWP into his hands. Just getting into the right place at the right time. And that's even with EG getting a pretty clean pick towards the bomb site initially. It looked pretty good for them. They were trading solidly onto the site itself. It just was not good enough. I don't think they were fully ready with the rest of the team to capitalize upon the picks that they got. That puts them back down to pistols. Again, Cloud9 happy to take some aggression early, this time on Banana. And nafany is just playing on the edge of that smoke.
Oh. EG thwarted by fire around top mid for the time being, looking to burst, but there is a boost, which could be quite interesting. Have a look at that swing from Breeze, trying to pre-fire that smoke, and Buster should be good for two. He won't be. Hobbit will clean up. Exile, in fact. Bleaching the floors around the A-bomb site. We can see the bomb is lost towards top mid. One in the pit. Can't plot the bomb, though. Here it is. Exile looking sharp with the M4A4. And it's a question of damage at this point for HexT, because that bomb is surrounded.
Completely trained in on his angle. Shiro will keep his lovely stat line going. Oh, I thought he had exactly 100 ADR, but he improved it to 109. So it doesn't look as pleasing, but it's even better for Shiro. Yeah, this has been tough for EG, even though it's their map pick. I don't think they've looked as coordinated as they would need to be. And Cloud9 looking solid, it has to be said. I still think in that round, for example, you see Buster has had a little bit of time away from the game. There's a bit of ring rust for him. Not always as clean as he used to be with his aim, but Cloud9 are hoping that will come with time. There was a time where Buster was a really solid star CIS player. So I think that's what Cloud9 are hoping for with that move, bringing him into the roster. And a tactical timeout for Cloud9. Just making sure they're all good.
He brings great wisdom to the team as well. I think the experience is of such value to Cloud9. Again, such a young squad. But I think the added wisdom that Buster can bring, the experience and so on, can refocus and calm the players when necessary. Maybe that will be enough to take them over the line if he can instill things and help them learn about certain scenarios the less expensive way, the less costly way, sort of by losing, but prepping for things at the right time. So far, so good. A very strong CT half from Cloud9 thus far as the score is concerned. Evil Geniuses have made some early errors, but it's better to make them early than to make them late. Still time for 7 rounds on their T side. Left the 4 AKs out and AWP on the Wiz, as you can see. Standard flashbang lineup to support the teammates on Banana being held. has very good looking grenades, but they'll be avoided by Cloud9, but they are forced to fall back to avoid them. Really forcing Cloud9 away, but he comes straight back with a pop flash and 2 kills. nafany and the M4A4 makes it look easy with the crayon gun. Very shiny indeed.
And then HexT, because they're down, feels like he just needs to make a solo play. Axar waiting for it the entire time. Perfect crosshair placement to deliver the headshot. Now nafany, oh no, he hasn't even been cleared. Oh boy, it's all gone wrong. Wiz has to reload the AWP before he can try the 1-on-4. Much room for error. We've only got 5 shots in that AWP nowadays. Come on, Wiz, here we go. Get on the KZ servers, mate. There we go. And the jump round into the waiting arms of Shiro. 9-2 for Cloud9. Nice flash in there. I think you can see that Cloud9 are just going to take initiative almost whenever they have the chance to. And who can blame them? Because the little simple flash plays are working right now.
Yeah, very, very standard, extremely effective when you've got the right players swinging around that flashbang. I love the parkour to die in style towards the end there with the perfect angle Shiro is holding. Can't even see him and off he goes. Just swept under the carpet with the dust.
You gotta die in style, right? You gotta do it. Well, EG all grouped into second mid in this round. It's another one where they can take some liberties, considering they only have the pistols. Maybe just try and swarm some of these players together. Decent utility for EG also. So it doesn't just have to be pace. You can have some utility to back it up. Buster will be isolated. Ooh, okay, Axar below it. Wow, what a shot from Automatic. Maybe something on the cards here.
Yeah, most of the team have got Kevlar, so this could be a rare bird for them. That rifle needs to get to work. Last time they had a scenario like this, the rifle was in the hands of a man without Kevlar. That is different on this occasion. 2 smokes for Cloud9. They can isolate some fights, trying to give themselves space to move forward. nafany will run off this distraction. They've all got kits as well. Spots one in the pit. That's some of the information. And again, they will start to clean things up, but Automatic could be instrumental here with so blind. Down goes nafany. There's a flank from Automatic. And it will be a rare round from EG, it looks like. I don't know if there's anything else for Hobbit to do. Again, as we saw in the previous series, it's the round that's chaotic with the pistols where the T's find success on the bomb site.
Oh, they get to the bomb. Ooh, okay, Automatic gets away with the AWP. That was the more important man there. So at least saving the 1 sniper. But yeah, there we go. A little better there from EG. And it does come down to the pistols just being able to swarm out. The fact that there wasn't anyone focused on the apartments, making a decent bit of difference. You saw the communication was good there. Automatic realized, okay, if it's this double stack towards short, I can probably safely swing out towards this position and just try and get this all-important flank. And winning that fight was massive. Gets them onto the site in a 3v3. He's able to come all the way around the back and catch Shiro off guard on the attempted retake. So really nice stuff there from EG. Finally, a little more coordination for them in this one.
Nice, but not the kind of round you can replicate to find more success. Once the full buy comes out once again. Now we'll see if they can avoid the struggles with these 4 AKs and AWP. Much better equipped, but that often is more restricting. And when a mastery can be had by Cloud9, to EG to prove us otherwise. Ooh. Love that when you're throwing grenades, teammates jumping around in front of you.
Out of the way, mate.
Especially when you're the only person who knows the grenades. It's even worse. Not the case here, of course.
Yeah, you'd hope not.
Anime gun. I do want to buy that when it's cheaper.
Yeah, the pros always get all the nice new toys. Okay, nades into top banana, but the 1 smoke from Cloud9 will make it difficult for EG to make progress on the fake. Gonna come back towards A instead. Cloud9 other than that last round, haven't been too worried about competing for top mid. They don't mind letting EG have that. That means EG can start to work their way up towards A long. See Breezy about to lurk out there. Massive pit setup from Cloud9. See if EG can handle this.
The bomb is now committed to that short position, so this could be quite an interesting one indeed. Buster will begin the proceedings. You can see Hobbit's playing the bait now. But there's Breeze coming in from the side. Now, the bomb did freeze somewhat around that short position, maybe because it's Wiz with the AWP, and now it has been lost. So many players in the pit, only one of which has been dealt with, and Automatic was on the lurk in the meantime. Their setup from Cloud9 was not broken by EG. And I was wondering before that came through if we might just see a faster pace round from EG, just execute into a B bomb site, let's say. Rather than go through all the motions, and maybe they'll feel like doing that a little later on in this half, if they can get another buy together. That one thwarted again. Is that a wrist rest I saw? Not often you see one of those. Nice spongy wrist rest ahead of the keyboard. You a wrist rest man, Hawker?
No, absolutely not. Well, to be honest, I feel like my wrists don't take too much stress when I'm playing CS. Like, I'm high enough sense, I'm chilling, and then I'm not doing anything crazy with my keyboard like the pros do. Got my setup pretty on lock, I think.
Full-size keyboard, 10 kilos, 65%. What are we talking about here?
Listen, I just have a keyboard. That's all I know, James. I wish I could tell you more. It's I don't think it's full size, but it's definitely not like tiny. I've got a numpad.
Okay, then it's full size.
Oh, it is full size. Well,
wow. Hawker doesn't know what a full-size keyboard is.
I don't. I just know it's smaller than the keyboard I used to have, so I thought it wasn't full size. But maybe I just had a massive keyboard before.
Maybe you were playing from a... I don't even know. I need to get this out of my mind. EG have got 4 players remaining after Automatic was exploded. They know he's a lurker on Banana, but they're not going to be too aggressive about it, Cloud9. In fact, Hobbit's wondering what's happening over towards us. So, they'll only be Exile now, and he's going to get domed, which means that EG are in a very good position. Timing works out on this occasion. Only 2 plays for Cloud9. Hobbit's been so focused the entire time. 1,000-yard stare as he continues to put in the work. Great grenade onto Breeze, but didn't do as much damage as they might have liked. Off angle now, being held as Shiro slowly creeping, slowly wandering. But how much do they commit to this? There are only a few rounds left. Only 1 round left after this one in this half. So I don't know how much they have to lose, really. They will at least make it expensive. They want as many of them to die as possible to this explosion. Round number 4 then for EG. Start to wonder.
Shiro goes down, but as we were saying, plenty of cash for Cloud9. They were focused on just trying to take away whatever the hell they could. And yeah, it could be okay for EG. I mean, again, the problem is, we were saying earlier, at Katowice, the overall stats for Inferno made it actually that it was slightly T-sided based on the numbers we had there. But we saw earlier, IHC put together a very good CT side on this very stream. It's not out of the question completely. It's Shiro peeking down mid. You got to be careful, Wiz. You're up against the sniper here, and he baits out the shot nicely.
All right then, full 5 players. Are they going to send it straight into B, I wonder? Sorry, full 5 players. They've got HexT over towards A. I wonder about changing the pace, and it seems they're threatening to do that. There's the trade. Trying to do more. Shiro's got a wide open CT position, though. You can see that weapons are being switched, so the danger is not over just yet. There's a smoke towards CT. Now, do they continue to pursue? Hobbit's in a very sneaky angle. As the smoke disappears, his position will be conceded. So in the last round of the half, there'll be a change of pace. We can see Hex swinging top mid, wondering what's happening. We'll be looking further for information as they start to edge towards Shiro. Lurk has been dispatched up over towards A. Automatic now trying to force their way in towards B. Do they have any utility left? Well, that's one way to do it. Down goes Shiro. Automatic left Seen him up before. 33 seconds on the clock. Needs to get that bomb planted. More grenades are coming through, down to 4 HP. And there's the swing and the final shot from Exile, a headshot to finish off the job. 11 rounds then for Cloud9, a valiant effort in that last round from EG, but was it too little too late? We'll find out after the break.
I got too much getting online. One rule, then I'm on side. Wrong move, I bet they gon' ride. No need for the telephone hype, yeah. Yeah, tell a man no trouble. I don't want beef, man. I just want vibes. Big man like me, no need for the telephone hype. I got too much getting online. One rule, then I'm on side. Wrong move, I bet they gon' ride. No need for the telephone hype, nah.
And you know he be riding on the wave. I ain't got a lot to say. Mine's heavy, give me space. Pine's ready, let me blaze. Spend money, what a waste. Times money, money pays. You ain't ready for the 8th. She ain't ready for the 8th. He be riding on the wave. I ain't got a lot to say. Mine's heavy, give me space. Pine's ready, let me blaze. Spend money, what a waste. Times money, money pays. You ain't ready for the 8th. She ain't ready for the 8th. Mad as savage, me back and I'm back in it happening, ready to blow. I remember doing deeds with Deji from the street, they left me on my own. Monkey asking me about how I got the P, I told her leave him mama grow. Then they're ringing off my phone. Then they're ringing off my phone. Times change, but mine's made though. I ain't got line patience, tried then, don't like bait. Just come close, but swear that. Went ghost with a hair pack, never boast loud, get your bird whacked in my condo where I birth tracks with a gang. Catch that for the gram, snap that for the man. These dudes do the most, no money in the hand. I ain't never had to feel away, rhyme steady and they feel the way. Occupation make it either way, never worry cause I can. Back chat from the whack gang, took charge when they sack man. Passport when a milestone, make space when the bags land. This must be a daydream, Max got me the mad plan. My team never lied on, due a visit from the facts man. He be riding on the wave, I ain't got a lot to say. Mine's heavy, give me space. Pine's ready, let me blaze. Spend money, what a waste. Times money, money pays. You ain't ready for the 8th.
My God, he's a viral! The best in the game!
As Hawker says when he's in Greg's, word up. It's the second half now, and there have been many rounds for Cloud9. The uphill struggle is here for Evil Geniuses, and I do wonder if they can prevail in this pistol round.
Got me fiending for a sausage roll now, James. We'll see if something can change for EG. Maybe they need a sausage roll to get them back into this one. It's not been going well for them, but hopefully they've got something planned for the CT side. Maybe some little tricks and treats for us. Smoke from Cloud9 straight into B. This is fast, and the dualies are not ready on the hold. Automatic out of ammo after getting the one frag. He makes it a second before falling, but that CT smoke is there. Doesn't seem like Cloud9 want to go yet, though. They want to use the rest of their utility before committing. Or do they even want to commit? Damn, they just slowed it down entirely. This is awkward, though, because you probably know Breeze is pushed. There's a decent chance he's behind you, but there's a lot of angles you have to clear here. Oh, and now they've spotted him.
And now he's somewhat compromised. He's got to pretty much stand his ground and take these duels, but after getting headshot, it's more important he stays alive. That's pulled nafany away, who's now watching. He's in Speedway, basically. So he's neither here nor there. No grenades to support on A, or B, rather. So he needs to get back there to try and have an angle. That's perfect timing for the flashbang. Exile finds himself in the old pool. Not pool day, but Inferno pool. And Wiz has been dropped. nafany forced to get closer now. Still anyone's game. It's all about the headshot, but the Breeze, he's taken one already. And now Exile, it'll be his turn as well. USP will continue versus these two Glocks. Breeze continuing to close the distance on this B bomb site. No kits though, so they need to be pressing on with it. Creeping around the site, you can see Shiro jiggling. He's seen the shadow, and it's absolutely free onto nafany. Now they can play the beeps. Breeze in the middle of the site. Last one to fall. Pistol goes to Cloud9.
Very nice. Shiro again continuing his incredible game. I almost expect it from him at this point. These stars on this Cloud9 roster can shine so bright. And they have here on this map. Shiro and Axar both stepping up. And then nafany is someone who had a bit of a tough time individually at Katowice. Often plays super aggressive, always throwing himself into the action. He's had a bit of a better game here. There's a tag from Wiz's scout. In his best showing, unfortunately. Hasn't really got the chance to have that AWP in his hands. So he would love to win this round and just try and turn the economy into their favor. There's that force buy from EG, trying to get something going. Flash might force that smoke out of HexT. Indeed, he feels he has to drop that. You can see Shiro waiting to see if anyone gets inquisitive behind that gap in the smoke. Doesn't look like EG will fall for that bait.
So many smokes for EG at the minute mark. They should definitely start using them. Well, this is getting somewhat nervous then for Cloud9. I do wonder if they're going to pop flash nafany in because they can't just wait for all these smokes to go. There are still 3. There's another one deployed by EG. This is an ideal situation from the CT perspective. Indeed, nafany goes flying through. They've got to force the issue now into the crossfire, though. Hex binds too, and nafany is still here. But they're rotating away. Shiro, with the bomb, is staying behind for the time being. Looking into a crossfire on this A bomb site. This is quite a gambly run that we are seeing now. They haven't spotted a bomb just yet, and nafany will stay at the back of the bomb site. So they're really going for this. 12 seconds on the clock, and with that pick, nafany still doesn't move. 1B just hiding at the back. 7 seconds to plant that bomb, and Shiro's got no time to clear the bomb site. Running 5-7. You can see how urgent that was. Could have stood still as well. Either way, EG will take the round, and Cloud9 just didn't do enough to get that utility out. Those are rounds that came from years ago on Inferno, and haven't seen a situation like that in such a long time.
Oh, just full chaos at the end there, trying to get that bomb back to B instead. Well, there's all action all over the shop, but it is EG who come away with it. And hey, that's a round they needed to make scrappy like that, so credit to them. They didn't fall completely for the fake. They didn't fall completely for the bait with 2 players over towards A. And now it is Cloud9 on the weakened buy to an extent. Axar there forced away from Banana early. And this scout trained on this angle. Not able to land a shot. Not a bad nade though, on towards Hobbit. Might now be 1 shot to the body with this scout. Oh, and they weren't expecting automatic, but they still win the first and the second fight. Oh, Cloud9 with a flurry of frags. And EG will feel like they've thrown away their opportunity that they got themselves from that last round.
Yeah, they won't be the only ones. That is a disastrous turnout for them. They'll have to be trying to hold on to whatever they can, but have a look at this hunt we're seeing on the radar. They are absolutely sending at Cloud9 towards this B bomb site to take everything away. Nothing is for free. So disaster for EG, but for Cloud9, it should be like this. We should have a scoreline like this. So we have two very contrasting stories here because Cloud9 are a squad who have had, I think hiccups would be an understatement, and we want to see them be consistently the team we believe they've got the potential to be. Whereas on the EG side, we want them to be a competitive team. And that, you know, they're building brick by brick at present. It's a very hard task, a tall order versus Cloud9. So one story will succeed, one story might not, but you can still have promising signs either way. Hasn't been the best game of Inferno for Evil Geniuses though, but it's not over just yet. You can see the MP9s are out, as well as the Galil in the hands of HexT. It'll be another difficult round for them, but still winnable.
That's what you've got to keep telling yourself. Couple of black bars on board. I think it's the two newbies as well. I think it was Shiro and Axar with them on display. I think I have the same keyboard as HexT, by the way, on the left there, in case you were interested.
That's a 10 keyless keyboard. It does not have a numpad.
Okay, well...
Do you know what a numpad is?
Yeah, but maybe I didn't see... Listen, I'm just... Anytime I bring up keyboards, I feel like I'm just lost, James.
Well, sounds like it.
Yeah. Next thing you know, I'll be pulling out the instrument, trying to play on that.
All right, then 5 rounds for EG, trying to make something of their CT side. Got a heavy setup towards the speed bomb side. 4 players. Some on the oranges, some in the corners. Lots of elevation of these EG players. Nealon trying to avoid the flashbangs, lurking behind the smoke. Hex will run distraction with his grenades at least. So Axel does not know what lies behind this smoke grenade, and now he sees it. There is a trade frag denied by Shiro. 2 more players here, however. Surely you send it. You'd be mad not to. Bomb needs to be collected on ramp. How Shiro cleans out these angles. The pre-fire onto Breeze as well, and the dream has collapsed once again for EG. This was not the strongest buy for them. They try to combine their forces like a transformer, but it was dismantled more like Lego.
Yeah, a little too easily. A little too easily. And now they have nothing to work with. They won't be affording Lego in this one. Be stuck with the budget version, which I've forgotten the name of.
Dude, Lego, what, Duplo?
Duplo, I think, yeah.
Lego's getting expensive, man. People are reselling Lego now.
Yeah, dude, Lego's pretty popular these days. I feel like there's like rare Legos and stuff. I don't really know what's going on, but...
Scarcity. Always an opportunity for the scalpers.
Even with some of the stickers in CS, I didn't realize there's some stickers where there's like only 20 of the stickers or whatever like exist. Just like weird stuff like that. I had no idea. Oh, hello, Hobbit. Oh, they tried to knife him. They don't get it. Here's the full USPs in this one. So easy pickings. Cloud9 just seeing which player can get the most eco kills. I wouldn't mind seeing Shiro get 30 kills because that stat line would be ridiculous. It looks like this one is all but over at this point. 15-5 for Cloud9 on EG's map pick.
Yeah, not ready for Cloud9 on Inferno just yet, it would seem. I don't expect Mirage to be much better for them, but that is yet to come, and you never know. Shiro, an easy one for him. And I think a team who are building from the bottom, like EG, I think a coach role has a lot of variability in Counter-Strike. Some are just straight cheerleaders, some are babysitters, making sure people get on planes and so on. They're called a coach, but they don't do any actual coaching. But I think with an analyst as well, to try and tighten up the game, plug the leaks and so on, can also be really important. 3 CTs left for EG now as Exile rounds the corner and the B bomb site is completely secured. No more saving to do for Automatic in this 1 versus 4. Bombs planted on B, forced to fight on A. That's where this one will end as Cloud9 make it to 16 rounds. A pedestrian one for Cloud9.
They made it look easy, in all honesty, and really nice to see that from them after their struggles at Katowice, looking for a bounce-back tournament here, and it is looking good for them at the start of this one. Business as usual, back to Cloud9's best. See if they can keep it up. There's still more work to be done in the series for them, but we'll see if they can keep it up after the...